us know how the race of victory has been. And because Jesus is on our side, we are not and we shall not be moved. Once again, thanking you for staying tuned. Allow me to present to you our panelists. Just right next to me is our lovely sister, Lady Deaconess. I love what to describe her. Please proceed by telling us your name, what you've been studying, and your local church. And to it, tell us whether you are born in an Adventist family or not. For now.
Yeah, happy Sabbath.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Happy Sabbath.
I'm Rexavin Adhiambo. I'm fourth year. I've been studying Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Education and Extension. My local church back at home, I worship in different churches, so I have many. We have Muhurube, Tagache, SDA Church. We have Godgamba SDA Church in Ayugis. Yes, and EUSDA Church in Nakuru. And I was born an Adventist, but that alone has not made me to remain an Adventist right now. Because just being an Adventist without knowing the purpose as to why you're an Adventist doesn't really bring the sense in it. But I was born an Adventist, and fortunately in my whole home, I count myself lucky because I'm the only person who has remained an Adventist. The others are worshiping in other different churches, even though our home is just next to the church.
Interesting story. We're coming back for that round that we may exactly know that's how you have remained on the path of victory. Next, our brother, please proceed. Tell us your name, course, local church, and whether you are born in an Adventist family or not.
Okay, praise God. Praise God again. I'm Nilsson, and I swim MBCHP. Okay. I was not born an Adventist, but I'm not an Adventist. In my local church, I don't have a specific one because when I'm at home almost every Sabbath I'm in a different church, so I don't have a specific one.
Where were you before you found yourself as an Adventist?
Okay.
The first one before you went to the main, then lastly arrived at SDA.
Okay. From my childhood, that's when I started going to SDA, but I was not born an Adventist. So I think when I was in class 1, I was not going to church until I was in class 2 and started going.
So, next, thank you very much.
Happy day.
Happy Sabbath.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Happy Sabbath.
Quinta Awino Chola. I'm doing Bachelor of Arts Gender. I'm a first year. Then my local church, I have several local churches. The first one is Saria. That's Ranengot District and Ranengot Church. Then Kawawe Central SDA Church. Then, yeah, I was born an Adventist, but I've gone to several churches. That's Catholic. My grandmother. Yeah. I don't know whether to call her grandmother. Yeah, so we were going to Catholic, and then after that, when my dad passed, my mom started going to a certain church called Nomi something. Yeah, I also went there. Then, yeah.
Then you finally decided along the way to come to...
Then now after, that's when I was in class 4 there. My sister told me to go back to SDA, and then I decided to join her. Then apparently my mom also followed the path.
Amen. Thank you very much. Next, we have the man of testimonies.
God is good, and all the times.
I'm Antonio Mbogo. I take Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. I'm a fourth year. My local church is Kuja SDA Church. It's there in a place called Rodi in Canada. And I was not born an Adventist, but I was converted to Adventism. And that was, can I proceed?
Please proceed.
That was when, at first we used to go with my mom to church, and my dad was not going to church. But he got converted one day, and he went to Adventism. So my mother had to follow her, and also we actually did follow her, and that is how I became an Adventist.
So where was your father? Where were you people worshiping before your father made the debut exit?
It was, if I can remember where, I think it was Pefa Church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. More stories the line.
Happy Sabbath.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Happy Sabbath.
Hi, my name is Shem Joshua. I'm an economist by profession. I was born Adventist. My home church is in Lucinda Island. That is in a place called Yanda SDA. But my other church is Langata SDA in Nairobi. Yeah, that is me.
Thank you very much. We have this panel that has stories of their life that keep them praising God all the day long. Just allow me to start with the senior most, that I presume is the man with two biblical names, Shem Joshua. I mean, different characters we have here. But now that you are born in an Adventist family, I want to believe, I'm not saying that your family is the one described in the book Adventist Home. This means that you're born in a family where people go to church on Saturday. That is a Seventh-day Adventist church. What were some of the things that your parents told you when you were coming to campus? I mean, what were the things you remember? Especially your parents advancing so heavily while you were coming to church, to campus again.
Okay. I have to say that I stayed with my dad most of the time. Mm-hmm. My mom liked being in Chikon. Mm-hmm. So when I was about to come to campus, I remember my dad telling me that the only happiness he'll have is if I stick to being in church. At home, the church belongs to the family, let me say that. We are a big family. And our church has like 300 members who are like my shemeji, my cousin, everyone. Sorry to say that. Because when the SDA came to our place, my grandpa was drunken. But there wasn't anyone who was able to give free land to build the church. Then he just said, like, would you want to put it here? By then he was drunk and still drinking. I guess he didn't know what those people meant by building a church there. Only to realize that the church was going to save his children. So from there we have been to church, and to the reason why I stick to being an SDA, let me say that most of the times when we wake up, when we are children, if you don't come to church, you don't go home. You just go astray. I mean, you go walk and then you will come back home on Sunday. So at a point it was harsh on us because we thought like our parents were very harsh, but they were apparently helping us. So when I come to campus, it found I felt like I was a strong Adventist. Not that I was an Adventist because of my parents. That's how I found myself. And I just thought like, this is the best church because the teachings were good. And so my dad just